Welcome Pokemon Go trainers, welcome back to my channel. So in this video I am featuring Pidgeot in Open Ultra League and I have paired it with Guzzlord and Skeledirge and I found Pidgeot is very good lead in the Open Ultra League. So let's begin the video, and before that just one request to all my viewers to just subscribe the channel. As you can see, first opponent Fraligator, Shadowclaw are resisted. So we are going to go for the feather dance, but they reach a move. So I'm going to shield here just to survive better, and later I can go for the feather dance and debuff him. He might shield thinking that I'm going for the brave bird. Let's see if I can grab the shield as well, and yes I do, which is very good for us. Now this hydro cannon won't hurt that much, so I'm going to no shield here comfortably, and he goes for the hydro cannon. Now I can reach brave bird immediately and go for it. Let's see if he's going to call it or he's going to shield it. So he goes for it and he doesn't call it correctly and it knocks out. And next Pokemon is Guzzlord, so I decided to pair it with my own Guzzlord, and he comes with Alolan Ninetales and he is going to just charm me down. Double super effective. I went for the crunch just to do some chip damage or give some defense drop, but I didn't get it. Now I can comfortably come with Skeledirge. All I have to do is not to throw a move on Ninetales, just farm him down with Incinerate and generate back-to-back disarming voice for the Guzzlord. He's going to throw a Size Shock. He's not going to reach another move, and I'm just about to reach back-to-back disarming voice. One more Incinerate and I reach back-to-back. So going for the first one, double super effective damage. Let's see if he's going to shield here, and he has shield. And now going for the second one on the charge attack priority, which Skeledirge wins, so that is very good for us. So we are going to throw disarming. It gets him very low. Now I'm not going to shield, and now we are going to come with a star of the show, and this Dragon Claw is enough to knock out the Skelly. And all I have to do is just generate up to Brave Bird and go for it to knock out the Guzzlord. So good game, we won this match, showing the Brave Bird at the lead and the closer Pokemon as well. So let's move towards the next opponent. Let's see what the next opponent has for us. And it's a Pidgeot versus Poliwrath, a good lead. So we are going to do the same thing. We are going to go for the feather dance first. Let's see if he is going to shield here. And we won the CMP tie, I think. Let's see it is a CMP or not. So going for the feather dance, and they don't shield, but I do get the debuff, so I can survive this icy wind comfortably. So not going to shield, and I think I can reach another feather dance easily before they reach the icy wind number 2. So going for the feather dance immediately, this will knock out the Poliwrath. Let's see what he's going to come with after this. So going for the feather dance, and this knocks out the Poly. And here comes the Alolan Mug. So I'm guessing the team, this could be a double dark team. Definitely we are going to come with Guzzlord, and I am hoping that they are not running Sludge Wave. And I think this is not enough for the Sludge Wave, so I don't shield. And it was an acid spray, so definitely they are not running Sludge Wave. So I go for the Dragon Claw, and I'll try to catch another acid spray on my Skeledirge to see what the back Pokemon is. Maybe Skunk Tank. So he shields here and I swap out and he throws a move. This could be a acid spray. So I decided to no shield here, and yes, I called it correctly. It was a acid spray. There is a dark type, but it's a Mandibuzz. So I have a disarming voice coverage, so I don't have to worry about it. And I have a 2 shield advantage. So I'm going to go for disarming, does a super effective damage, and he's going to throw a dark pulse. So I'm going to shield here to get the Mandibuzz as much low as I can. So he throws Dark Pulse, and now I can go for the disarming. This might grab the shield, looking at the situation, maybe. So yes, he does. And now I'll shield one more time so that I can throw disarming voice. So he goes for the Dark Pulse here. So definitely we are going to shield, and I am just about to reach disarming and going for it so that I can snipe him with a 1 Dragon Tail. Mandibuzz survives with 1 HP, going for the snipe, and I got the snipe correctly. And Merc returns and he knows that there is no win con, so he just resigned. Next opponent has a Talonflame, so this time I'm not going to bait him with a feather dance. We'll go for the Brave Bird immediately once we reach, and he's just continuing to farm. So going for this Brave Bird, let's see if he's going to call it, and going for the Brave, and he just shield, calls it correctly, and I got the catch on Guzzlord. This could be a flame charge, I think. So a good catch from my end. Flame charge it was. So he stays and he's going to store energy, I think. And he comes with a charm fairy type. So I go for the crunch. I don't have option. So going for it. This might debuff so that I can come with Skelly. Crunch do get the debuff but no damage, so that's fine. We can come with Skelly and just farm him down. I'm not sure about the moveset of this Pokemon, so I'm going to no shield whatever he is going to throw. So he goes for a move here. Let's see what he's going to throw here. And he goes for the Thunderbolt and I tanked it easily and going for the farm down and generating 100 energy. I'll go for the Shadow Ball here. This will knock out if he doesn't shield, and one more Incinerate will give me another Shadow Ball. And he shields. So going for one more Incinerate and going for the Shadow Ball on charge attack priority. All I have to do is just shield this move and get off my Shadow Ball to knock out the Talonflame. And let's see what the final Pokemon is. I have a healthy Pidgeot at the back, so I think it looks winnable. Final Pokemon is Cresselia, so I'm going to throw a Shadow Ball. I think this is Grass Knot, but we'll shield here to put him in a range where Brave Bird should be enough. So going for the shield and throwing the Shadow Ball immediately. This will put him very low. And Shadow Ball goes through and it put him in a range where Brave Bird should be enough. So I'm going to generate up to Brave Bird and knock him out with the Pidgeot, the star of a show. And this Brave Bird is going to be enough to secure the win. Good game to my opponent. We won this match. Let's move towards the next opponent. Let's see what the next opponent has for us. And it's a Pidgeot versus Annihilate. Very good lead, I would say. So going for the Feather Dance immediately, but he swaps out into Drapion. So I'll try to catch a Crunch here on my Guzzlord, and I do successfully catch it correctly. Hoping for no debuff here. And he throws a Crunch and no debuff. I think I can just do Dragon Claw and Dragon Tail damage. Here I don't think I have to win switch here because I have two good answer at the back for the Annihilate. So I'm not going to fight for the switch. And I think this could be another double dark team. So he's going to throw a move. This could be a Sludge Bomb. We can take it easily. And yes, it was Sludge, but it hurt a lot. And I think I can reach Dragon Claw, but he throws a move. So I decided to no shield. And he goes for the Sludge and this knocks out. Now I can farm up extra energy on my Pidgeot, waiting for the full switch timer so that I am not switch locked. Coming back to the Pidgeot and farming up energy, and I think there could be another dark type at the back. And yes, it is. It's a Skunk Tank. So I have Brave Bird loaded. Let's see if he's going to call it correctly. Going for the Feather Dance bait. And opponent is very smart. He calls it. So he's going to farm up. And I generate another Brave Bird and go for another bait. But this time, let's see what he's going to do. Maybe he will shield. No, he doesn't. And that's very unfortunate. Now here comes the Annihilate. I'm going to throw a Feather Dance just to debuff him. Maybe this time I will get the shield. Let's see what he's going to do. He still doesn't shield. I'll come with Skelly because after the debuff I can take the move easily. So he's going to go for the Night Slash, I believe. And yes, he does. He didn't do that much. I can go for the Disarming. And now he has to shield, otherwise it will knock out the Annihilate. And going for the Disarming voice. So going for the Disarming and grabs the shield. And I think one more Incinerate is required to get the second one. I'm going to call it. This could be Night Slash. And yes, it was a Night Slash. So going for the Disarming. And he throws another move. Just to be safe, I'll shield here. Not to risk. So it was another Night Slash. And here I did a mistake. I overfarmed and now I have to give up the final shield because Crunch will just knock out. And he goes for the Crunch. I think I go for the Disarming. This will grab the opponent's final shield. Later I can come with Pidgeot. I come with Pidgeot to force him to dump energy. He has to throw a Crunch to knock me out. And I'm about to reach Feather Dance, but he throws on a good timing. Very good counting by the opponent. And he throws Crunch. This knocks me out. 2 Incinerate I believe is going to be enough to knock out the Skunk Tank. And later I can go for the Overkill, going for the Shadow Ball to just knock out the Annihilate. This is just an overkill, but still I go for the Shadow Ball and knocking out the Annihilate, securing the win. So move towards the next opponent. Let's see what the next opponent has. Pidgeot versus Cresselia, very good lead I would say. because we can win in any situation. So going for the feather dance, but first we have to throw a feather dance just to debuff those attacks. So we'll go for the feather dance immediately once we reach, so that we can debuff those future sight or moonblast. And let's see what they are going to do. So they dip into Tapu Fini here. That's very good because back to Pokemon should avoid it. So I go for the feather dance bait. Let's see if he's going to shield here or he will call it. And they don't shield. Now this is a range where Brave Bird should be enough, and I hope that they don't shield the Brave Bird, otherwise I will just top left because back Pokemon are very weak to it. So they go for the Nature Madness and I can throw the Brave Bird hoping that they don't shield here. If they don't, then this looks winnable, otherwise it will be bad. And they don't shield, and now wing attack should be enough to knock out the Tapu Fini. Let's see. And they returns with Cresselia, so I'm going to throw a feather dance and let's see what he's going to do. So going for the feather dance, and this will debuff, and let's see. And he snipes me with the Garatina. That's fine, we will be having a alignment that Guzzlord versus Garatina and Skeledirge versus Cresselia, so that's good for us. Dragon Claw is going to do super effective damage, and I'm about to reach my crunch. I go for the crunch because I want the debuff so that Dragon Tail does more damage. Let's see if he's going to give up the shields here. And crunch connects and it gets him very low. Now I can just Dragon Tail him down. This Dragon Claw is not going to be enough to knock me out. I can survive it and just Dragon Tail him down. And let's see what Cresselia is going to do. Going for the Dragon Claw, but he just top left and we won this match. So let's move towards the final match of this video, Pidgeot versus Fraligator. Another good lead, I would say. So we are going to do the same thing. Shield first move and go for the feather dance. And he goes for the Hydro Cannon here. That's fine. We are going to shield here. Let's see. And we are going to go for the feather dance after this, generating up to Brave Bird if he is going to call it correctly. If he calls, then he won't shield. So he doesn't call it correctly and he shielded the feather dance. And now I can tank these Hydro Cannon easily. So he's going to throw another Hydro Cannon. We don't have to shield here. And let's see. And he throws Hydro Cannon and we are going to go for the Brave Bird. This will knock out if he doesn't shield, or else it will grab the final shield. We are fine with both, and it grabs the final shield. And now he's going to throw a move here. So I decided to double shield as well. And he goes for the Hydro Cannon. I shielded and he dips into, I think, Tentacruel. So I decided to save a Brave Bird before dipping into Guzzlord. And they throw, I think, Acid Spray or Scald. He goes for the move and it was a Acid Spray. This was not enough for the Blizzard, so I called it. And going for this Crunch, hoping for the defense drop. So going for the Crunch, doing some good damage on the Tenta. And yes, I do get the debuff, so I can Dragon Tail him down. This could be another Acid Spray or Scald. This is not going to knock me out. I can take it easily. And he throws Scald, doing some good damage. And at the last moment, I decided to go for the Dragon Claw because he was about to knock me out. And let's see if he's going to return with Fraligator so that we can throw one Brave Bird. But I have to be very careful for the catch as well. Coming back to Pidgeot, throwing the Brave Bird immediately, this will be enough to knock out this Alligator. And let's see what the final Pokemon is, whether Skeledirge is good against him. And here comes the Poliwrath and I will swap out into Skeledirge. I would need 2 Disarming Voice to knock him out, and he throws a Scald here. Hopefully he doesn't reach second Scald before I throw back to back, and he throws Scald. So before throwing, I'm going to generate back to back to ensure I have it. So going for the first one, this will do more than half of the damage, and let's see how much it does. So going for it, and he's in a red health. I click the disarming. I thought I lost here, but he throws Icy Wind, which I survived. And now I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball to guarantee knockout. So this will secure the win, and we won the final match of this video as well. So hopefully you have enjoyed this Pidgeot video, and if you do, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel and share with your Pogo friends. Please subscribe because it's free and it will really help me out. Till the time, take care trainers, have a good day, bye.